student, welcome all of you on our departmental YouTube channel. I hope all of you are enjoying all lectures, and I hope you are doing study in your special ways. So student, this is lecture for BSc second year class, BSc second year, semester is fourth semester, and paper is real analysis. Real analysis first paper. So student, in the last lecture we was discuss what is meant by UPF and what is meant by LPF. So what is the UPF? UPF. So UPF is summation I run from 1 to n, capital Mi and delta xi. So this is nothing but sum capital M1 delta x1, capital M2 delta x2 to nth term capital Mn delta xn. This is the nth term. Next is LPF, and LPF can be defined as I run from 1 to n small mi and delta xi. So this can be written as m1 delta x1, then m2 delta x2, and so on. Mn small mn delta xn. N is a suffix. This n is suffix. This n. This n is suffix xn. So here this UPF is called upper sum of F. It's called upper sum of the function f. And this LPF meaning is that lower sum of f. So here f means function, P means partition, and U means the upper sum. That means all upper values or upper sums of the function f on the partition P, and this is a sum of lower terms or sum of lower corresponding value of the functions f on partition P. So this is UPF, this is LPF, upper sum of function and lower sum of function. So now student, if capital M and small m are the bounds of function f, which is defined on closed interval AB, then we can write here small m less or equal to mi less or equal to capital Mi and less or equal to capital M. So this M is supremum. This M is supremum. This is that means this function f is bounded on closed interval AB, and least value of function is small m and greatest value of function is capital M, and then other all values lies between Mi and capital Mi. So this can be, we can show this by using the graph like this. Suppose this is a graph. I think so you are looking this, okay. And this is the interval AB, and on this interval function f is defined. On this interval function f is defined. So we get some value at this, we get some value at this, we get some value at this, we get some value like this, we get some value like this, and suppose this is the very greatest value, we see it is capital M, and suppose this is we see small m. Then all these lower bound or upper bound lies between capital M and small m. All small mi and capital Mi. Suppose this is a, for this interval, for this partition, this is a small mi and this is capital Mi. Then for this interval, this is small mi, this is capital Mi. For this interval, this is a small mi, this is capital Mi, and so on. We can discuss like this way. Now, if we extend, what is I run from here, I run from 1, 2, 3 to n. This I run from 1, 2, 3 to n. And if we put this I in our this problem, that is m is less or equal to summation I run from 1 to n mi, then I run from 1 to n capital Mi, then this is capital M. Now throughout multiply by interval b minus a, that is delta xi. So m into delta xi less or equal to summation I run from 1 to n delta xi mi less or equal to summation I run from 1 to n delta xi capital Mi less or equal to capital M delta xi. See here, multiplying to this inequality by delta xi, we get this. But what is this? This is nothing but the definition of LPF. This is nothing but definition of UPF. So in this way we can write here. See here. So here we get m into b minus a less or equal to LPF less or equal to UPF and less or equal to m into b minus a. M into b minus a. So here it is necessary that b greater or equal to a. B greater or equal to a. So now for the each of partition gives rise to pair of sums, the upper and lower sums, by considering all the partition on this interval, close interval AB. Considering all partitions on close interval AB, we get a set U of the upper sum. This is a U of upper sum, and we get the set L of the lower sum. Then this inequality, I call this is the inequality first, shows that both the sets are bounded, and so set has the supremum and infimum. So infimum of the set of upper sum is called the upper integral, and the supremum of the set of lower sum is called the lower integral over closed interval AB. And we can write this as integral A to b bar f dx. That means this is a infimum least upper bound, or this shows that infimum is a set of all UPF such that P is a partition on the interval of the interval AB. So similarly we can define lower integral a bar b f of x dx and is equal to supremum, that is the greatest lower bound, so it is called as supremum LPF, such that P is a partition, P is a partition of closed interval AB. And remember one thing, that this upper and lower integral a to b by f for dx may or may not equal, may or may not equal to its lower integral, So we can find out lower and upper integral for the different functions over the different interval, but we cannot say definitely what's about their equality. That means lower integral and upper integral may or may not be equal. So in next lecture we will discuss what will happen if the lower and upper integral are equal, or what will happen if these integrals are not equal. So in next lecture we will try to define the definition of Riemann integral, and definition of Riemann integral is depend upon lower sum and upper sum, that is lower integral and upper integral of the function f, which is defined on the closed interval AB. So okay, today we stop it here. We will discuss some more things in next lectures. Thank you very much.